and you've got ascending at the bottom. I just want to make this very clear, because I know when it comes to the heart space, people can unfortunately just get a little bit blinded with discernment. If yesterday's reading, you know, in every fiber of your being, that was your reading, please stop watching this right now. This is not your collective. I have to make it clear. Yesterday's collective, that person was not healing, okay? Please, my angels, use discernment. I can't make this clear enough. There is no point of watching this reading if you know yesterday's reading was true to your story, okay? Or you found strength in finally walking away. Yes, please, okay? I don't want to put confusion in anyone. This is why details are so important. The way I deviate, those little things I said, especially about that purple road, the pregnancy, like all of those things are details, right? The gravitation here about the codependent friend, the toxic friend, like these things don't just be like, oh, that doesn't fit my story. I'm not that reader, take what fits and leaves the rest. Everyone's got their own reading style. That ain't my reading style. That's why I do such long, detailed readings, right? Sorry, I just want to make it clear. I don't want to give anyone false hope. So would be lucky to be, especially if it is truly divine, you'd be lucky to be, even if it was a wave. This is probably a reading for 1 or 2 people, right? Truly. Please do not make this fit. You really could be coming into some form of union here, which means this collective, and I'm going to get, you have closed your heart, but not in anger. You've just been moving on. You're putting yourself first. You're probably not even watching readings. Like this is probably, you're probably someone that just flips through them. If you've stopped to watch this is literally probably been guided to you from up above. You would be someone that's not coming out of yourself externally. You wouldn't really care. You just, maybe there's something that would pull you to keep watching, right? If you're on tarot every day and this is not your reading, there wouldn't be such a big transformation on this person's end if you were still so on top of them energetically, right? I have to make it clear. Sorry. Okay. All right. Let's get the universe's perspective. Then I'm going to confirm this collective, your perspective, and then we'll get into the rest here. This really could be a reconciliation energy. Okay. Universe's perspective. Oh, divine feminine energy. Oh my God, your first card, reawakening lost hope. It's confirming this collective. Wouldn't even say lost hope, you're just doing you. Deeply committed, uncommon bonds, manifesting your deepest desires, maybe even forgotten desires right now. And that's when I always say the manifestations that take years to come in, they're the ones that are worth having. And it comes in when they're forgotten, right? All in for what you love, reawakening lost hope. 10 being your first card, completion. You could be seeing a lot of 10s right now. Start of a season. Holy moly. It says yes, exclamation point, exclamation point. It's time to take inspired action. Start of a season, standing in your power, new experiences, igniting new beginnings, leading the way. I think that's his person. And I always say your veils need to shift, and until they activate their high priestess, their oracle within, divine feminine energy, and that's this, I genuinely feel that's his spy. They're finally activating their connection, their emotion. Oh God, okay. Could be something to do with full speed ahead, the green light. You got the messenger, the rider, 1st of the 9th, 9th of the 1st. messenger, movement, message, news, delivery, goals manifesting, especially with the finance here. Green light, progression, full speed ahead. This is the universe's perspective. Now, this is a kind of prosperity, yes, but I do think, just as a detail, there is something that is financially expanding for you, and even this person with that Eight of Pentacles, right? I always say true divines, you come in and you become some form of power couples. So true divines, there's always a key here. There's something to do with your financial path, your fulfillment, your birthright, your blueprint. That's also being activated in both of you right now. There's like abundant blocks being removed in all areas, right? 34, the initial K and A. Oh my God, you've got the time has come. Start of the season, a culmination, all of your over your efforts, completion, abundance. Talking to myself, as we were talking about these finances, right? You've got the time has come, the fall of the full moon, right? Culmination of all your efforts, completion, the start of the new season, abundance, fulfillment, fruits of your labor coming in, but huge confirmation with what I said before, because you're focusing on your own needs. You've moved on. This right collective, that door, and you've closed your heart, that is so important, right? And it's not in anger. You're just doing you, right? Focusing on your own needs, harvest season, you've moved on. Very important detail. Okay. I want one more for your top row. We've got like a clean sweep again for the top row. You're a witchy poo. You've alchemized. Again, you're really standing in strength in your power right now. There's magic all around this connection. Magic in the air. You've alchemized your storm clearly into greatness multiple times. And 10 for your top row, your last two cards. Oh, beautiful. And they're both green as well. This is nice. Okay, these, let's see what confirms these. So deeply, okay, there is a crossroads. So there's free will. There's a decision coming in, free will. And I always, this makes sense with why they're saying open your heart, and doesn't mean you need to rush anything. But I always say we've got our destined path, but decisions, our free will, can just alter us off our path a little bit and prolong that destined point, right? But there is a crossroads coming up right now for your journey, right? Free will is aligned to this opportunity, right? So you will be weighing up the options, and you may choose independence, and that is okay. That is okay. Again, if this is destined, it's not going to pass you by. If you have just started to find center and really find happiness, that doesn't, and we'll have to see how this reading goes. It does. Maybe your free will decision is to choose you. Maybe it's the acceleration to keep them going on their healing journey, right? Whatever comes next, 22nd of October could be an important date, or even a date you remember to be important. And I say this to you guys nearly every time we pick up divines, or any kind of love energy. Whatever is on the end of your red thread, it will find you, okay? It will find you. So maybe this decision is leading more towards, you can't force yourself to want someone, right? And I always say, true divines, when you're at that end stop, you guys really push it away, but there's a reason for it, because you have to build the trust and foundation back. By you not wanting it, by you putting it at an arm's distance, and then being consistent and dependable and just constantly making that effort, it starts to soften you guys again. You start to believe their intention. There's a reason you guys detach right at the finish line, right? So this doesn't mean that you just need to be there and accept the words. Follow your emotion, follow your body's compass. But it's like they've ignited this next step, and the decision, it's up to you what you want to do. This might just be to start reawakening that sparkle again. It doesn't mean you just need to be like, oh, okay. It's a crossroads here. Okay. Oh my God. Start of the season, building the strength, igniting the beginnings, leading the way. And I'm sure I said, I think that's them. Did I say that? I'm sure I said that. Emperor. Wanting to, this says within the next 7 days. You got 2 days for the right collective in the roll, the dice roll, but it could be just within this week. They're wanting to stand in authority. They're really wanting to lock in. I always tell you guys, you know when it's time. They lock in. They lock in. And again, back to what I said for you guys, it's just to build the bond back, the foundation. You need to believe in it. You need to believe in the change. You can't go from a 10 of swords to a 10 of cups. I tell you guys this all the time. It's being realistic. You're sitting there in obsession and watching every day. You're nowhere near union. We talk about this all the time, right? This collective you've really released.